Joe in New Jersey. Hey, Joe.
Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
You know what I think? This is uncharted waters. You're right. And people like Krauthammer, I don't think, can get their arms around the fact that this round, the conservative right, is putting morals and, things that happened in Newt Gingrich's past on the back shelf. They're more interested in winning. And unfortunately, against Obama, many of us feel it takes dirty pool. And Newt is able to play dirty pool with the best of them. And are you going to tell me that the people who are independents are going to look upon the moral shortcomings more critical than conservatives would? I don't see that happening. I see independents becoming independents for some reason. They didn't like what the Republicans were doing for one reason or another, but maybe it was the fact that they're always claiming to be the moral arbiters, and they don't really care about that. They want somebody who's going to get the job done. And in Washington, who has a record? Mitt Romney cannot fire a congressperson that doesn't do what he wants or what he thinks is needed to get the job done. He has to bring them together and get some kind of compromise and get the job done. And who has the record of doing that, Newt or Mitt Romney?
I think Mitt Romney does, to the point that he's taken a pounding on the stage because of that, because they say, listen, why did you do this? Why did you do that? He said 88% of my legislature was Democratic. Why was there a pro-choice verbiage in your Romney care? He said, well, because the liberal judges said that's on there. I don't think that Mitt Romney has shown to conservatives that he is. I think he shows conservatives he's too flexible, Joe. I think that was a criticism of him.
Too flexible, but honestly, with no backbone. I mean, Rick Santorum, the one point he made in that debate that I kind of took as, wow, that's good information, is that the fact that Romney didn't put specific language in that bill to rule out government-paid abortions. He knew it was going to come down to a court saying it has to be covered. Now, if that's the truth, if legislatures know that, look, you have to be so specific in the language or this is going to happen by court rule, and Romney didn't put it in there, what does that tell you?
Right. Romney did not comment on that in the follow-up, but he did knock the other one. He took on Newt on every one of his issues. But I don't know that legislation to that degree. I don't even know if if Mitt thought, wow, that's just so nebulous. I'm not even going to get into that. Or he thought, he's right. I still don't know.
Well, yeah, but it left me, and look, I'm married 17 years with my wife. Where we dated for 10 years, so we're together 27 years. I never cheated on her. I don't think my wife ever cheated on me. We don't care about Newt's ex-wives and what took place. He asked for forgiveness. He said he was a numbskull back then, and he's doing a tremendous job of showing people that he could command the argument, and he is. There's no doubt about it. Where Mitt is letting surrogates do the fighting for him, where he's not doing enough fighting on his own.
True, and I think he's also got to go into detail about what he did in the Olympics. Evidently, he was phenomenal. We don't know any details. Can anyone step forward and say how he pretty much saved the Winter Games and restructured in the midst of scandal and did it for $1?
Well, he's letting Jack Welch do that for him. Again, he's not doing it himself. He's relying on surrogates to do it for him and figures he could just step back and not engage in something where he's defending his record. He should be doing it and making a good argument at it. He's not.
And he's just not doing the things, Joe, that you're pointing out that are fundamental political things. That in life, you don't walk into a party and say, hey, by the way, I fixed the Olympics and I made $250 million. But if you're going for the White House, you have to be able to trumpet your success.
That's right.
Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely. Be good, man.
Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Of course, Joe in New Jersey, MVP caller.